Hello, and welcome to Code Viral. Let's begin with a simple thought experiment. August 2025. There's no major event, no dramatic keynote, just a quiet policy change announced on a developer blog. A few lines of text that will fundamentally rewire the entire mobile world. What Google is calling developer verification, I believe, is the final nail in the coffin for the Android we once knew. The open platform, the tinkerer's paradise, is being quietly decommissioned. The question isn't if this will change everything. The question is, have you even noticed it's happening? Let's break it down, together.
At first glance, this timeline seems like a natural progression, an operating system maturing over time. But let's look closer. We begin in 2008. Android is born as a truly open platform. It was a promise of freedom, a direct counterpoint to Apple's lockdown ecosystem. By 2012, Google Play achieves dominance. This is the first major step towards centralization. Convenience begins to outweigh openness for the average user. Then, around 2017, we see significant permission restrictions. This was done in the name of security, and for the most part, it was a logical step. But it also conditioned us to the idea that the platform, not the user, should be the ultimate arbiter of what an app can do. And that brings us here, 2025, the announcement of a developer mandate, and by 2026, the potential end of Open Android. This isn't just about security. This is about control. Every app you install, every developer you trust, every piece of software on your device will now require Google's explicit approval. And I don't just mean Play Store apps. I mean all of them.
This is what that control looks like in practice. This is the great consolidation. On the left, we have the legacy Android ecosystem, a diverse environment. Sure, Google Play is the dominant player, but look at the significant slices for F-Droid, for direct APK installations, for other alternative stores. This is a picture of choice, of competition. Now look to the right. This is the future, the controlled garden. Google Play's share swells to 85%. The other sources, F-Droid, direct downloads, they're not just diminished, they are recategorized or in some cases simply blocked. What we are losing here isn't just a number on a chart. We're losing vital tools, life-saving apps like Android APS, which is an open-source artificial pancreas system for diabetics that isn't on the Play Store. We're losing privacy tools, ad blockers, and access to uncensored information for people in oppressive regimes. We are losing the right to install what we choose on the device we own.
So, how does Google justify this consolidation of power? With one simple, powerful word: security. They present charts like this one. They make claims like sideloaded apps have 50 times more malware. And on the surface, it sounds compelling. Who wouldn't want a safer phone? But let's apply some logic here. The core problem with this narrative is that it intentionally lumps everything together. The claim combines legitimate curated repositories like F-Droid with shady ad-riddled download sites. It's a classic case of statistical misdirection. And it begs a simple question. If Google's own Play Protect system, which scans every app you install regardless of its source, is as effective as they claim, why does the identity of the developer suddenly matter more than the integrity of the code itself? What do you think? Does this feel like a genuine security measure to you, or a convenient excuse to seize control? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments.
Ultimately, it all comes down to this. This is the fundamental shift. The old flow was simple. You, the user, decided. You downloaded the application, you accepted the risk, and you installed it. You were in control. The new flow inserts a gatekeeper. Google verifies the developer's identity. The developer must be registered. Only then can you, the user, even attempt to install the app. And in the end, Google decides. The change seems subtle,
but its implication is profound. You are transitioning from being the owner of your device to merely a licensee. Welcome to the age of digital feudalism. Google is the lord of the manor. Your phone is a leased plot of land. Developers are serfs who must ask for permission to work, and you get protection in exchange for your freedom.
And this isn't a switch that's being flipped overnight. This is a carefully phased, strategic global conquest. Notice the pattern. Phase 1 begins in September 2026, targeting what Google deems high-risk markets: Brazil, Indonesia, Singapore. This allows them to build a case study, to gather data and generate headlines about all the threats they've stopped. Phase 2 expands to Europe and the USA, armed with the success stories from Phase 1. By then, the narrative is already set. And Phase 3 is the global lockdown. The policy becomes universal. It's a brilliant strategy, really. You use legitimate security concerns in a few regions to justify a global policy that was always about platform control, not user safety. If you appreciate this kind of analysis into the tech that shapes our lives, consider subscribing. We're always trying to connect the dots here at Code Viral.
So, we return to our original premise. Android, the open source project, will continue to exist. But Android, the consumer product, the platform that promised freedom and choice, is dead. And in its place, we have what is essentially iOS version 2.0, a polished, secure, and completely controlled ecosystem. For users, the choice is now between security theater and digital freedom. For developers, it's a choice between submitting to Google's bureaucracy or becoming irrelevant. The era of permissionless innovation on the world's largest mobile platform is over. The real question now is for you. Will you accept this new digital reality, or will you join the resistance in the world of custom ROMs and the few remaining corners of true open-source Android? The future of mobile freedom is no longer in the hands of corporations. It's in ours. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive. It's a complex issue, but an important one. If you're interested in exploring tools that still embody that spirit of open innovation and user empowerment, I've put together a playlist of powerful, free AI tools that you can run on your own machine. You can check that out right here on the screen. Until next time, stay curious,